Hey, what's going on? It's that time once again. It's the Master Channel. I am DJ Wide Body.
And I'm CX the producer.
And this is the Master Channel, our fourth installment. Yes, that's right, fourth installment already. Today we got a special guest. He is the creator of the Producer's Corner on Facebook. You all know and love. Ladies and gentlemen, from Connecticut, DJ Stress.
Yeah. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's happening, brother?
How you doing, bro?
How you guys doing?
Man, glad to have you on finally, big dog. Glad to have you on, man.
You know that you feel like that I can come on. You know, man. I appreciate it just as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, word, I'm humble, man. Word.
Oh yeah. We appreciate that, man. We've been waiting for a while to get you on, man. You know.
Anytime, man. You already know I work with y'all anytime you need me. Anything I can do to help, I help y'all out. You know what I mean? Like. You know what I mean? See people win. I like to see people win. Man. Especially when they're doing a good music thing. You know what I mean? So I'm with that shit. So
no doubt.
I'm with it all day, every day. Can you curse on here? You can't curse. I don't know.
Oh, you can curse on here. You definitely can.
All right. I don't want to be cursed. I was on the radio. I was on the radio for almost 8 years, college radio, and I couldn't curse. And I was messed up. My boy looked at me like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, okay, my bad. Just like, and it was my show. You know what I mean? But I was doing it with my people. So it was crazy.
We got free reign on here. We going we basically ins and outs of this music thing. We're gonna talk about the culture, where it started, where it went, and where it's going. You know, where you got your start at, man. So first question I want to ask you, man, real quick is, how'd you get your start? Where did it all start? How did it all begin? And how did it all end up where we are today?
Well, I started out. I got a story, man. I'm gonna try to cut it down. You know
what you got to do, brother.
Life.
We're cool. We got time, brother.
I started out as a breaker in like 1983, 82. I'm older. You know what I mean? And then I turned into a DJ around 1984. You know, I was going to a battle, and my man was bringing his box, and he was playing music, and it was Run DMC, and I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Who is that? You know what I mean? And then I heard it, and that made me, you know, and I'm getting to the point where, you know, the breaking was getting like 87, and nobody's I got the inspiration from DJing from Jam Master Jay and Crush Groove when he was doing that run, chick, run. And I was like, yo, I want to do that too. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, boom. So time went down, I did mad house parties, I did all kinds of parties, did clubs, and you know what I mean? And then like around 1991, 92, my friend that used to make me mixtapes in high school, that got me making mixtapes, Freddie Fred, he said, yo, I came back from the Navy and I've been making beats. I said, how, you're making beats? And he's like, yeah. So I went to his crib, and this is when I was rapping. You know, I went from DJing, I was doing my little rapping, so he was producing for me, and he showed me how to do it. And I was like, that's all you got to do? Because, you know, back then you're hearing all the sounds and you're not realizing they're just sampling the whole thing. You know what I mean? I was just wondering what equipment was they using to make them like, I get a drum machine and I hit it and it's not making them sounds like I'm hearing, like, you know, when the funky drummer, I'm like, them sounds are not on these drum pads. How the hell is that happening? So I figured it out, you know what I mean? And then to a point where he was like not making beats fast enough for me to do songs to, you know what I mean? And mad people was getting with me, getting on the songs. I was like, you know, I'll start producing too. So then I started producing 94, 95. We put a record out in 97. The Nest was my people in Northeast SWAT teams. I don't know if you guys pay attention to the Producer's Corner with Tony Benjamins. He was one of the artists part of it. His name was Il Stout back then.
Okay.
And then as time went on, you know what I mean, I was DJing to the point where I wanted to get my own radio show, which was in the 2000s, you know what I'm saying? And then I got my own radio show, the Fire Set radio show was on there for 8 years on College Radio 90.7 WTCC, Springfield, Massachusetts. And okay. I had 4,000 watts, so all the lockdown facilities was listening. They called me the vacation station show, you know what I mean? We were getting mad kites in the mail, you know what I'm saying? And then what happened with that was some R&B show on the same station got in trouble for playing a swear on their show. So they told me, well, the Fire Set play swears, so why can't we play? You know what I mean? So then they took me off from it and said I was suspended. And I said, all right, okay, cool. Then I called the guy and I said, yo, how long am I suspended for? He said, nah, you'll be good. You don't need to come back. And I'm like, and then like later on, they asked me to come back. I'm like, nah, fuck y'all. Y'all kicked me off. You know what I mean? So then we started doing the internet. We did that for like a year. And then the dude started telling me that I gotta start paying for my slots. I'm like, I should be getting paid. Why am I paying for a slot?
For real.
Right.
And then it comes down to the point where I was just, I always fish around to do something to help the industry, you know what I mean? Because I was strictly underground with the music on that. So I started out a Producer's Corner page, just a regular personal page. And I said, I'm just going to add a bunch of people with drum machines and producers and just make them my friends, you know what I mean? Fuck it. And we can just post on there and talk about that shit. And then people in the page, like, oh, you need to start a group. You need to start another page. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? If we get too full, we can still follow the page. And the group, we could post our stuff too. And I was like, yeah. But the thing about the group is, and the pages, I don't know how I'm going to get everybody to fall in. So then what I did is I made a group, and then I got other pages for my real name, Chris McManus, and then I started adding people in the group all over the place.
Okay.
And it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I said, you know what? I said, I want to start some sample challenges. You know what I mean? We were going to do it with my crew first. And I was like, why don't we just have everybody do it? I said, I'm going to post a YouTube on the page, and then everybody can put their beats in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And then you guys see where it went. So right now, everybody goes on there and they put their beats weekly. We check the weekly thing, and it's going on. We got the Instagram. We got a YouTube show coming out. My man just did the little promo for it, but he only gave it to me in YouTube format, so I can't post it on Instagram yet. I like to post stuff on Instagram first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then go into the Facebook and everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting on that, but that's gonna be called Behind the Boards, the YouTube show. I'm gonna do interviewing producers behind the boards, you know what I'm saying? Like, talk about what they're doing. I'd like to mostly do it with the independent producers, you know what I mean? Like, I can call people and get into their studio, but my whole point right now is to help the independency of everything.
Right,
like you guys are doing with the show. I'm all about independency. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have your own shit. You know what I mean? So it's cool to have big names to help us all out, because that's like a cosign, you know what I'm saying? So you see all I got the dudes wearing the shirts all the time. I'm like, yo, put the shirt on. And I got a lot of friends, you know, they'll wear them and they'll wear them. And it makes people see it's more official. You know what I mean? It's like a little brand, like, you know, when Carl Kanai came out and they had the Kanai, Nas was wearing the shirt in Source magazine. And so I look at it like different ways of how to want the independency. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yo, I see them shirts everywhere now, man. Everywhere.
I want to see y'all with them on, man.
Like, we get there, man. Look.
Word, man.
We
you got to come up with shirts for y'all too. I'll wear your shirts on the show. I don't care, man. I'll do it, man. I'll support it too.
We appreciate it.
We all got to cross promote and support each other.
No doubt.
That's the only way we're going to win.
Only way.
You know?
Right.
For real.
I mean,
we all come together, we can win. You know what I mean? That's how it started in the first place.
Right.
That's a definite. That's why we wanted to bring you on. You know, we like to cross promote, and plus, me and DJ Widebody are current members of Producers Corner as well.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and
that's what I'm saying, man.
And
you know what I mean, it's the same thing. If you see any producers on there you guys really like, interview them, you know what I'm saying? And then they help you. Or any other radio shows. Like, I got a couple radio shows I can promote to get your radio. Anything, any way to promote each other.
That's the way.
If you guys want, when you do your shows, when you do your episodes, and you want to post them in the group, I'll let them go through. You know what I'm saying? Because I usually don't let that go through.
We appreciate that, man.
Just let it go through, like, when you have to pull the episode up. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I'll let it go through. And I'm like, check this out.
We appreciate that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah, because I usually don't do that because I don't like this because I'm trying to avoid the vocals, but I'll let it, you know what I mean? It's like I tell you, there's other people, I let them too, you know what I mean? That's the same thing. We got to help each other out.
I understand that.
You know what I mean? Sometimes people just go in the group just they'll post their page like they're just about them. But not about trying to bring everybody. You know what I mean?
You know what else I see? I see this hip hop shit is went too commercial, man. And I think we need to take the commercial aspect out of it, man, to make it to humble it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
if independence can take over, we don't need them. What they gonna do then?
Let me ask.
They can stay with their popish. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean.
Let me ask you this, man. What are your thoughts on where has the music went in your opinion, and why did it go that way in your opinion?
My opinion is it never went nowhere. It's just the people who always followed the majority always stayed the majority. You know what I mean? Sometimes the hip hop classics popped up in the majority for a little while and it came out, and it popped up in the majority and came out, popped up and came out. But if you're a real, hip hop person, you always went and digged for everything that you wanted. It goes from clothes to anything. You know, somebody, I want to get that. I want to get those sneakers, and then your boy got them. You're like, damn, man, I was gonna get those shits. Why the fuck you get them, man? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the same thing with a record. You know what I mean? So it's always been out. It's getting more minority, but it's always been there. You know what I mean? It's just that people don't want to look. You know what I mean? They want it to be right there in front of them.
Right.
And there's a lot of trend people. They just follow what's going on.
that's
you know
right.
what I mean?
Right on.
I mean, just can't blame the kids. You know what I mean? Because most of the kids don't have the direction to learn from. You know what I mean? They just go by what they learn. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
when we was coming up, I mean, anybody was coming up in the early times when Run DMC first came out, they was independent. You know what I mean? LL Cool J was independent. All of them. When Russell started doing that whole Def Jam thing, Def Jam was independent. You know, Cold Chillin', Sleeping Bag Records, Fresh Records. You know what I mean? All them records was independent records. You know what I mean? But the people who love the music, you know what I mean? It's like I was a huge Big Daddy Kane fan until he got
Right.
majority too much, and then I wasn't a Big Daddy Kane fan like I was. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how I feel. So it's up to the person, the artist, what they want to do, which direction they want to do. They want to do it for the long time. You know what I mean? Or if they could do it for a long time in the industry, God bless them. You know what I mean? Or they could just do it for a long time period. I mean,
Right.
there's people that tour, like Black Sheep will tour, and then when they do a tour, the most you come to your show, you're waiting for the choice is yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what because that's what the people know.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's still there. That's my answer. It's still there. It's just people got to find it.
That's good.
Right.
That's a good answer, man. That's dope. For real. CX? Got any?
Nah, I was gonna ask. I mean, I know you still have the love of making music as well, right?
Yep. Yes,
And,
sir.
what current equipment are you using?
I got I started off my first piece of equipment was the ASR 10.
All
Then I
right.
went to the MPC 2000 XL, and then I got rid of that and had a Triton, a Motif. I'm not too fond with the keyboards. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? I got a Moog Voyager. You know what I mean? It's not that I like to sample the button shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, right now I got an MPC 2500, MPC Live, and I got a 4000, but I don't use the 4000 no more.
What?
I'm
I
gonna
love
probably
the
give it.
4000.
Why not,
You
man?
love
I
it?
love the 4000. That's my favorite. I had
Favorite.
every MPC except the 3000. I had the MPC when it
The
first
3000
came
I
out.
never had. I wish I
Yeah.
did, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
heard
the
that
only
was one of the
MPC.
best ones.
Yeah, that's the only MPC. I got the 60 when it first came out. I actually sold the
Those
60
two.
to.
Which one you
I
had?
sold-
The black and the other one?
No, I had the original MPC 60 when it first came out, and I
The one
sold
premium.
that.
Yeah.
I sold that MPC 60 to D-Dot.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I
man.
sold that to him.
Probably made the
And,
Benjamins on that motherfucker.
Yeah, he made the Benjamins and everything off of that, man. But that's a different story. But what's your favorite MPC?
Good question.
500 with the JSO. It's my favorite one. I mean, I don't go far back. The far back I go was the XL with the MPC because told you like I was an ASR 10 person because I didn't know what else to get at that time. I got my ASR 10 in 1995. You know what I'm saying? Before that I was using little Gemini sampler box and I was hitting it with the 4-track and I would loop it and bring them in. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't with the ASR 10. I wish I had an SP 1200 too. I never got to use one of those either. Just to see if I could do it.
I got one of those.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I got my original SP 1200 I bought
get rid of
in 1990. Yeah,
Wow.
89,
You got
90.
me beat, man. You got see.
Oof. Man, you gotta take a mortgage out in the house, grab one of them.
Producing.
Shit, I almost. Hey, when you had that ASR 10, did you feel like it was ahead of its time? Because
Yeah, the only problems with the ASR 10 was it got real hot real fast. You know what I'm saying? Like
It
you
did.
get hot, you leave it on, and sometimes it would freeze up because it got so hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then what happened was, if you ever have an ASR 10, anybody who's watching or anything, if you have an ASR 10 and you get the output expander, don't ever unplug the output expander while the thing's on. I did it and it blew out the whole back and shit. You don't do that ever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
where
that's the
Yeah,
thing.
me and my brother.
I just got another one.
Yeah, me and my brother still got a ASR 10, and that we blew the power supply on it before, like you talking about. You know, the ASR, and that's one heavy ass keyboard. People don't realize
It's
the ASR 10
mono sound too, right? It's real mono-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's heavy, man. It's a heavy keyboard,
my
man.
boy Rocky, like, yo, one time I seen him at the show and he was carrying that thing around. I'm like, that's not heavy for you? He's like, yo, because they said it was so heavy because they tried to put so much stuff in one thing. They tried to fit so much and it made it so heavy. That's why it gets hot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy. I got over there, man. But I got a live. I haven't used it yet. It's hard for me to get on it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I want to have a future something. You know what I mean? So,
right.
I'm starting to like the pads on them. I feel you talking about CX with the pads. They too like beefy, man. They need some pads on them, man. You can't like.
Yeah, I say when I get the live, I'm gonna change the pads on. I'm gonna put the Renaissance pads on it because I'm not used to.
You like the thin pads? You like it better?
Yeah.
You don't like the thick pads? I mean, to me, it's just. I mean, my MPC my 4000 got the small pads on it. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got my 2500, I got it through this person called, what do they call them? 16 squares. Yeah, I went, you know, I had it on my eBay. You know what I'm talking about? It was all blacked out, and I'm like, I want that one because I had one before my 4000, and I didn't like the green screen. So I'm like, nah, I'm just picky like that. So then I got the 4000, and then I tried to make a beat on the 4000. No, I didn't try. I went back on it to play some of my old beats, and I didn't like it like I liked it before. So I don't know. The 2500, everybody got their own opinion about when they use something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Some people don't like to understand the wrong equipment. So
it's the beauty of it.
Whether Fruity Loops or they'll have just the module with the studio or something. You know what I mean? I'm not used to that yet. You know what I'm saying? So if something's not broken, why am I gonna fix it? Like I honestly think, I hope he don't watch this, but I think DJ Premier was better before he got the Renaissance. You know what I'm saying? Like boom, I liked him better when he had the 60. I'm not hearing the feeling I used to fucking hear when he had it. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I mean, I'll say this. As a person who come from hardware, you know, the show is not about me, it's about you, but I'm just saying from this.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you, man. Don't worry about that talk, man. I want to learn, man.
I'm just saying from experience, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been making beats for 30 years. I've used almost every piece of equipment in hip hop there is. And when you make a jump from that to that, it's different because back then on hardware, we always cried about sample time. Because we always say, man, I want a million minutes in sampling time. I want hours of sampling time.
As much memory as possible as you can and shit.
Right. So when you get it, you're like, I don't know what to do now. I got all the sampling time. I don't know what to do.
That's what I'm saying. When you got too much, you get overwhelmed. That's how I am with the equipment. That's why I ain't been getting into challenges. I got too much shit right now. You know what I mean? I need to go back and just have one thing. My boys like, just take your equipment and once you're not using, just put it in a box. Not to keep it away, but put it away so then you know that just got that one thing in front of you.
Right.
I'm like,
so you can concentrate on it.
Right.
So you can concentrate on it. Because you know how it is. All three of us on here were DJs. I used to be a DJ as well. And, you know, taking it back to the times where you just had the 1200 sitting right there in the drum machine.
Yeah.
And you were just sitting right there making beats. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you had. Yeah, it made it more, it's more simple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel overwhelmed, man. I was like, boom, when I get into these sample challenges, and I'm like, which one should I use? The live or 20? Since I had the live, I kind of slowed down. I'm 20, and I haven't even used it. I'll try it, and then I'll like fuck with it. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go on the 2500, and I'll fuck it. You know what I mean? So
right. Well, you got the 25. I hear a lot of good things, but I do hear it's you got to make it do what it do though. It's not as you got to basically really go in there and do some shit with the effects and all that to get it to sound like the knock in it. But
but what you go on the Pro Tools or whatever with it, because I've recorded in there.
Okay.
And I fuck with all the plugins. I'll be kicking different plugins on there to get the kick in. You know what I mean? But I would rather go like how you said old school with the ADAT or something and just.
Oh yeah.
With the that's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like boom, but
CX. I've never had the opportunity to. The CX. You've talked about it a lot. The ADAT, and shit, man. That's dope, man.
Yeah, I still got the ADAT.
It's still digital. It's still digital, you know. But yeah.
Right.
But you get to like the reel to reels and all that shit.
I still want a reel to reel. Just don't know which one to
I
get.
mean, the reels is, to me, like, I remember back in the day when I had the Tascam 16 track reel to reel, and
I didn't know what you're talking about. Yeah. You had
Yeah, I
the board
remember.
with it too?
yeah, I had a board. I had a Allen and Heath back then, and I remember using that shit. I remember using SSL boards too back in the studios, you know, where they had
Yeah.
the 2-inch tapes. You know, the Sony Dash tapes and all that, the Tascam tapes, the big 2-inch ones and all that.
Yeah.
So
And laying sideways and not up like this.
Right,
See
yeah,
that?
yeah. So let me ask you another question. You know, because you know on here we like to get into the tips and the tricks
No
of
doubt.
what we use. You know, people who listen, and I'm pretty sure that you know some of them might be novices. You know, they're just getting into beat making, and we're trying to bring them something to give them tips and tricks because some people act like, oh, this is ancient Chinese secret type shit, and this shit is not. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Word up.
so let me get this straight. Most of the time, when you're making your beats on your standalone unit, you're usually tracking in the Pro Tools, right?
I'm tracking after I'm done. Yeah, I don't do the live with my mix. Nah, yeah, I do a track. Yeah, I'll go 1, 2, 3, the kicks, the snares, the hi hat. I'll do it all. Yeah,
Right.
makes it more different because once you get in there, you're all brand new with it, and you're like, damn, it's not the feeling I had when I was just playing it through the thing when it was all live. You know what I'm saying? Because it was more open.
Yeah.
More, I don't know how to say it. Like, when you put it into something, it like thickens it out. I don't know. It's not as open and clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I know what you're saying. I mean, because a lot of times when you're tracking into those DAWs and stuff like that, it's like when you're on the machine, you can actually put the whole song together in a sense. But but by you tracking it into something else, you're like, oh, I only got to do 16 bars, and then I can edit everything else up while it's inside of there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not really two tracking no more. It's just tracking all 8 outs. That's the benefits of having a standalone unit where you can track out.
When it comes to the Sonic and shit, so it's
Right. So Pro
everything.
Tools.
Every time I walk, what you said?
So Pro Tools is your DAW, your
Yeah, I
go-to
use
DAW.
Pro Tools, but I was a big Cubase fan because I had the crack joint. You know what I mean? Then I was like, okay, I don't have it no more, so let me get the Pro Tools. So everybody's telling me Pro Tools. So I got the Pro Tools LE. That's what I started with. It was only like $200 something to get that key.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And then it was actually got me the new one, the Pro Tools 12 point, whatever it is. It was like
Right.
600, but I'm like, I'm gonna just stay with that. They can't take it away from me. You know what I mean? Every time I go, you know how like Waves will throw the $29.99 deals for the plugins. I look
Right.
at what ones they have. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want that one. I'd rather do that than buy the whole thing when I'm not gonna use the whole thing. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
you know what I mean? So I pick which plugins and I think I'm gonna mess with, like the tape ones, and I had the SL ones, and you know what I mean? Like I get to
Right.
certain ones. And I haven't seen no new ones yet. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I haven't been using it, but I keep putting them on there, and I haven't. I might even go on there and might be like, okay, update time. And I'm like, damn, I gotta wait for this to open because I haven't been on it like that. You know
But
what I'm
you know
saying?
what? You know what? You gotta kind of look at the plugins like if you had that physically had that stuff in your studio.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Like,
I would really rather have it that way, but it's too expensive. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, you ain't gonna have enough space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, because you're gonna have too many goddamn racks of gear. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so the best way I look at it, you know, with plugins is like stick with a good 10 plugins for certain
That's
things.
probably what I got. Yeah.
Yeah, and
You
learn how to master them. Yeah,
Once you know something, you know what I mean? You got it. You complete
That's right.
and you acknowledge and you make that sound. You know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, how you doing that shit? And then
Right.
it sucks when you're doing that and then somebody sees you doing and they start snatching all the same ones as you. You're like, yo, you're trying to get the same thing. I'm like, yo, go figure it out yourself. You know what I mean? That's saying now that I'm a producer here. You're supposed to
Right.
make your own everything.
Right.
What you, I
Right.
mean, you're gonna get ideas from other people too. Like, oh, that's it, okay. But you're not gonna take their whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the beauty of
Yeah.
having a collective, like, you know, the producer's corner. There's a lot of jewels being thrown out there, man. And I see you have a lot of
that's all, man.
beginning.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people
Y'all
that are
too.
beginners too.
Man, joints, man. I just posted the new one up today. I'm sorry I took a day, man,
Oh,
because I was caught yesterday. I couldn't even post up the new challenge. You know what I mean? I was like, yo.
Actually, I've done a couple. That last one I couldn't, man. I couldn't do it, man. I tried, man. It was a tough one, man.
You got the Frank Sinatra. He wanted the Frank Sinatra.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what it is, yo, and I'm like, you know what I mean? And what a lot of producers do is they'll hit me with a sample, a song, and there's drums on the whole thing. And I'm like, producers don't like that.
Right.
Like, they need opening where them drums is not there for a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what they want. You know what
I
mean?
got
So-
I got a debate with that, Stress. I do, man, because
For real?
to me, that challenges a producer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
you know what happens? You see them challenges go down to 30 when I had 80 last week.
Damn.
I know you're
Separate the
right,
men-
but I gotta keep them.
separate the men from the boys.
I'm sure that y'all, I'll hit y'all up. I'm like, yo, did you get in this week's challenge?
No doubt.
I ask y'all, you know what I mean? Because I want to keep. I'm like a coach. I'm getting everybody
Well,
to
we're
keep
gonna
coming
get-
in. You know what I mean?
I'm planning on getting in. I plan on
If you
getting.
hear something that you think is real fucking dope, you know you're gonna murder it, and then you're probably gonna end up really using that for something of your project. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Good way to think. Look at it. That it's a good way to think of that. I mean, look at that. Hey, man, let me ask you this: do you listen to the radio at all?
nah.
Okay.
I used to listen to satellite. I listen to my college station that I used to be on once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of my friends still DJ. But the big station out here is 93.7.
Yeah.
I'm out here to knock the station down. I mean, I like it when they do that Saturday night thing when they go back and they just play the real good
Oh,
music.
yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? I listen to it then, or on a Sunday or on Memorial Day or something like, you know what I mean? They'll play that stuff. That's the only time. I
Mhm.
won't listen. I don't know.
And it's a
When
change.
you in your car, it's up to you what you want to hear. You
Right.
know what I mean? So it's like, especially when you're dolo. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
I mean, maybe you might want to fall back. Okay, let me just hear what's going on. Then when you 9 times out of 10 when you do that, oh, it's the same shit I knew it was gonna be, and I gave it a fucking chance. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Who have you? Is any of these young cats catching your eye that you know you saying, oh, this kid's dope? Anybody like that out there right now?
I heard some of the new J. Cole stuff.
Yeah, I'm hearing Jay a lot.
I've been paying attention more of Dave East since I seen him
Mhm.
on that Netflix thing with Nas and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm more under though. I like Evidence. I don't know Evidence. I mean, he's been doing it for a minute. I like Action Bronson and
Yeah.
Old Drew. You know what I mean? I like underground.
Action's getting a lot of love, man. Action Bronson,
Elzai or something.
no doubt.
So, Stress, let me ask you something. Stress, you said you up in Springfield,
I'm in
Massachusetts. Right?
Connecticut, yeah, but I'm on the line of Springfield, Mass. Springfield, Mass is like 15 minutes exactly from where I'm at. Springfield, Mass is Hartford, Connecticut. I'm in the middle of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because I did a track for a cool friend of mine up there. Damn, man, what's ESP? You ever heard of ESP?
I know ESP, white guy. Yeah, yep. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him. Yep.
Yeah, I did.
He been here before. He been in here before.
Yeah, I did like 2 tracks for him a while ago. That's my man.
Yeah,
That's my man.
Tell him if you see him, tell him I said what's up. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. I'll tell him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's got my my number. I got his number. You know when you go people,
You're right.
you just
Yeah.
moving. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I see him, I'm like I seen him like not like maybe a year ago, and he's like, "What's up, yo?" You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I did something for him. Yeah, they be doing a Subway Cypher up there too. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the
Yeah.
Yeah. He
my man Puff Mag gets in that shit. Yeah.
he hit me up a year or so ago. He's like, CX, man, I need a beat or two, man. I'm like, all right, and it was no, I met him through how we through networking, and I just did it for him, and he ripped that joint, ripped that joint, and they got some serious MCs up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they definitely got some serious
And
MCs.
the thing about they say that I'm doing this through Facebook, and they're like, nah, this is where I'm starting it. You know what I'm saying? But I've met people. It's like I met y'all. Just doing this shit on here. You know what I mean? We all.
Right.
It's giving us an outlook to connect with. Yeah, that the socials fucking with.
Using
you know
the
what I mean?
tools,
It's letting
man.
us do this shit, so-
Using the tools.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You can never. You know what I mean? You gotta look at everything as everything. You know what I mean? Like, I just think, what's that guy, 6ix9ine, is that his name?
Yeah,
He just got 1 billion views on one of his joints.
That's crazy.
Nobody likes him. Man. I mean, I don't like him either, you know what I mean? But he's getting 1 billion views.
No, man, he's a wave.
I'm not gonna get 1 billion views on everything I do for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know,
Hey, yeah, he's some reason he's the wave. I mean, I've heard a couple of his songs. He's screaming to top of his lungs, and they like
me a little John, to be honest with you.
What you say?
Wow.
He reminds me a little John. People say Fredro Starr, but
I heard that
John.
too. Yep,
You know what I'm saying?
well, no doubt. I don't know what's his recipe. You know, some will say that the reason why Tekashi is pumping because no one really came out of New York that was, last person I thought really held it down was 50, man. To be honest with you, as far as that star that had that star power to reach the masses and overseas, man.
That's Dr. Dre too. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
If you think about Dr. Dre though, you look at California, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at over here, and you go to New Jersey and Connecticut. We're all small. They got the whole fucking coast.
Right.
So their whole shit, Ron's whole shit's gonna come over and shit like a wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, he was doing his mixtape and all that shit before. It's like Conway. Conway's gonna be the next big thing because that's another person that's Conway and West Side Guns and Benny and Rock Marciano.
Big
I fuck with all that. You know what I mean? So Conway, Eminem signed him. So
I was
once he
ready
got
to
that
see it.
Dre in the house shit, because imagine this. I was telling to my boy yesterday. Imagine if Sean Price signed to Dr. Dre, what it would have been and shit. For real.
I don't
all kinds of shit in the grocery store and shit. Yo, think about it, yo.
Hey, Stress, let me say
Sean Price
this.
signed, and they said that was gonna happen, but Sean Price wanted him to say, I'm not doing it without Drew and them. They gotta be a part of this shit.
You saying
You know
so?
what
Let
I
me
mean?
say this. Let me say this, Stress. I think if Sean Price would have signed with, because Sean Price was already plugged in with the Detroit brothers anyway, because he was dealing with Black Milk off and on. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But let me say this. I think if Sean Price had signed with Eminem, you know what I'm saying? It would have did it, but not with Dr. Dre. Because to be honest with you,
No, you're right. Because of the Rakim and all that. Yeah. Because he was already established artist. You're right. You're right. But I'm saying if he would have signed with Dr. Dre at his time after Helter Skelter was gone, you know what I mean? Like that time and shit.
I still don't think, because to me, Dre, when it comes to Dre and dealing with artists, for real, the only 2 artists he ever really broke that were good, but that he actually broke was M and Snoop. Other than that,
So 50, you look at him more as M's artist than Dre's artist.
right.
I got you.
Yeah. I look at him more if he's by him signing with signing with M. That's what did it. Of course, Dre only did the plug.
What makes Sean Price 50 Cent? Besides him doing the harmonizer hooks, what makes him better than Sean Price? You understand what I'm saying? Like rhyming wise, Sean Price do the same thing. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
He just didn't. He wasn't. Sean Price could be that dude that, if the girls liked him, they just liked him because they accepted who he was and shit. You know what I mean? 50 would have been like,
muscle T-shirt.
And then people wanted to sing this shit. You know what I mean? But he would have been another artist. Like you said, if he would have had his opportunity, he could have been one of the biggest artists too.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I mean, he was big in the underground. He's big in the underground, but when it comes to that,
I love Sean Price.
I just think it would have been a better fit with M.
No, you're right. I had to think about what you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Dre isn't good to me with taking East Coast artists and turning, because he had
Solo was supposed to do something with them too. Yeah.
Plus
He had the firm, man. He couldn't do nothing with the firm.
Yep.
And now they're looking at the firm as a flop. Back then when the firm was out, I didn't look at it as a flop. They look at it as a flop. That firm.
No, I didn't either. But they didn't promote. They didn't push it like they could have kept pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the same thing with when he did the Aftermath album.
Right.
Nobody talks about that. You know what I mean? He went from the Chronic to the Snoop to the Chronic 2001. You know what I mean?
Right,
There was
yep.
no, they don't talk about the aftermath. You know what I mean? When he had that been there, done that.
Right.
He got guns. I got gas.
yeah.
He did that shit. They don't. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody either. You
Yeah,
wouldn't know
because
existed.
if you watch the what is it called on there?
Behind the music.
Ah man, they got this. Nah, Dre them has a series out called something, and him and Jimmy was talking about been there, done that, and he was like, to him it was.
Are you talking about that show? That show that was on HBO. The four episode show. Yeah.
When he was
Yeah,
driving,
Talking
yeah.
about, yep.
he was driving in his
I
car.
forgot what it was.
Yeah, he was
I
kind
watched
of
all that
saying.
shit.
Yeah, he was kind of saying he was thinking it was a flop, and but you know, to us it wasn't, but
No.
to him it was, and to me, like I said, like the thing that saved him was Eminem.
Yeah,
That's what saved
absolutely,
him. That's what
Yep.
saved him.
absolutely. He did.
No, you're right.
Hey, I just think Dre's about the music, man.
He needed him just as much as he needed him. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like boom. So he gave that talent that Eminem had the exposure he needed.
That chemistry.
You know what I mean? And then Eminem gave him the talent he needed for that exposure.
Yep.
So it's like, boom.
Who's this white kid busting
Yeah.
bars?
He thought that he was white. I mean, I'm just saying he was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna win with that because he said it in the thing, and I was like, because Eminem, he said himself because when he did that Trump shit, you on some real shit, I was happy, and people like.
Right.
People saying now against
Let
him.
me tell you
He
something.
should have not
They-
had did it. He
they
didn't have to
both-
do that shit.
They both needed each other. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
And everything was timed so right because you got to realize Jimmy was basically the head of Interscope, and at that time Interscope was like cutting edge. They had 9 Inch Nails and all these other cutting edge, Marilyn Manson. They had all these cutting edge artists on their label, so it was easy for them to push somebody like Eminem. Because you gotta realize, as lyrical as Eminem was, he also was like psycho lyricist. He was on some psycho third wave,
wordplay and
Deadpool shit. You feel what I'm saying? But he was vicious with it.
Right.
So he brought that out, and that's what saved the whole thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's
He
dope.
brought the skills back too. You know what I mean? So it's like that was that like last wave of skills. You know what I'm saying for the world. You know what I'm saying? So then,
Yeah, it was.
and there's not too many people that can rhyme like him. You know what I mean? There's not too many people. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not in my tops, but he's one of the best lyricists.
Give me your
You
top.
understand what I'm saying?
Give me your top 5 right now, brother. Top 5.
My top 5 has always been staying the same for a long time because I just one of them type of dudes that I stick to my peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So of course you get the first 3: Rakim, G-Rap, and KRS.
Get that out the way.
You know what I mean? Then it's Nas and Black Thought. That's my top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, Black Thought is one of the most underestimated, and I said it before even he did that for Master Flex shit.
Yep.
You know, he's so fucking dope. I saw him when he did the Triumph with Method Man.
Yeah. Yep.
And Method Man just did his verse, and he did everybody else's verses and shit, and sounded just like everybody else. And I'm like, this dude,
He's a
Black
true,
Thought's special, man.
true MC, man.
Yeah, he's
Black
definitely
Thought's
that.
special. You know what I mean? Like he's he's like my favorite, like right now, like of artist period. But to be honest with you, of an artist, KRS-One. I mean, they could talk about the Africa Bambaataa thing and all that, but KRS-One, that when he came out with that The Mind Is Yours album.
Oh yeah.
It blew my mind with that shit in 2017 when he came out in 1986. You know what I mean? And he's still smashing with a song album. There ain't no other rappers from 1986 is going to do that to me.
Right.
Maybe LL, I don't know. But LL's got to come back to be that LL. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah.
Well, L
I mean,
wasn't the super lyricist. You know
Nah,
what I'm saying? He never really was the super lyricist.
KRS-One wasn't either. You know what I'm
But-
saying? So you think
but
about it,
KRS-One-
G-Rap
but
and
KRS-One-
Rakim.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
G-Rap and Rakim was the lyricist. I mean, KRS is a lyricist, but he's not a lyricist like a Nas or a Black Thought. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
with getting so much deep into like meaning 3 or 4 things when they're saying something.
Right.
You know, like, how KRS is directly to you and tells you what it is, but he's mad intelligent. You know what I mean? So you know,
Man.
like, okay,
Teacher.
he'll say things you're like, damn, I never thought of something like that.
The teacher.
You know what I'm saying?
What's your in your opinion, the the most underrated MC of all times? Underrated. People take for granted and don't take seriously, and they should.
There's a couple of them, but one of them that's on top of my head is Master Ace.
Okay.
I think Master Ace is very underrated, yo. I've seen
It's
him
fun.
perform a bunch of times. He puts out good albums. He's an artist. You know what I mean? He comes from the early eras. He's got it all. You know what I mean? I believe. And another one, I must got this. It's OC. I think OC don't get the credit he deserves either. You know what I mean?
Damn.
With that Jewel's album, and, you know what I mean?
Right.
Those two is like, they're in my top 10. And they're like, why are you always picking Master Ace and OC? I said, I just always liked them. You know what I mean? So
It's funny you said Master Ace. You know why I say that? Because one of the most renowned songs by the whole Juice Crew is the Symphony, of course, right?
yeah.
But if you listen to when he starts off, none of that shit rhymes. But that shit sounds so tight. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
you listen to it. It said, listen closely. Your attention's undivided. A minute past to try to do what I do. Just the way I came off, then I'm going to come off strong and long. Even with none of that rhymes, man. You know what I'm saying? But, so, I mean, Master Ace was that dude. He one of the first East Coast dudes that went out west.
People don't. He'll never probably get that.
Yeah.
I want to see what he's going to do with this Marco Polo album. You know what I mean? Because Marco Polo right now is one of my favorite producers. You
Yeah,
know what I
I
mean?
like
So
Marco.
just to hear them two together,
Yeah, I fucks with
it's
Marco.
just a refresh of something else. You know what I mean? Like I like the Elzai Crisis album, and I'm waiting for this Black Thought
do-
Ninth Wonder album.
You got a lot
and I
of
want to hear this Marco Polo album.
the Crisis one. A lot of people were saying that I've heard good and bad things. Not bad things, but it wasn't horrible.
Did you hear the album?
No, I didn't get a chance to hear it.
I mean, it's one of them albums that you listen to it, and then you listen to it, and then you listen to it, and as more you listen to it, you're gonna like it more. You know what I mean?
Right,
And I know
got
if
you
you listen
growing
to
you.
it 3 years from now,
All right.
you're like, oh, that shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of them ones as soon as you hear it, you're like, this
Right.
shit is the shit.
Gotta grow on
You know what I mean? It's not one of them kind of albums, but I know that it will hold its weight through time. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be something like if you see it there, let me catch that. Like 3 or 4 years, your man's got it. You know, somebody like sometimes you go in their computer and it's like, oh, you want some of my shit? And they give it to you. You
Right.
get that, get it, and I guarantee you say, okay, this shit is Elzai is a fuck. He's another underestimated
Oh,
rapper.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Monster.
it's like,
The monster. Them
you know what I mean?
Detroit-
That would have been like you said with like I said with Ace with Marco Polo. I would love to have heard a Jay Dilla Elzai album. I would have loved to just heard them two just going and do that together, because that would have been you know how Mark Professor had Nas. That was like Jay Dilla's Nas, fucking Elzai and shit. You know what I mean? Them two together would have Detroit would have had boom. You know what I mean? Because I actually like Elzai better than Royce, and I like Elzai. I can say I do, but I love Royce, yo. I love Royce the 5'9". Don't get it confused. I like Royce the 5'9" better than Eminem, but I don't think he's better than him lyrically. But I like him better than Eminem.
Gotcha.
So it's like the same thing with Elzai. I like Elzai better. You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
Hey,
Elzai is the Elmatic.
I'll say this. You know what I'm saying? Like I Elzai and Royce. To me, them dudes sound better over Black Milk Productions.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I hear them,
better than Apollo.
yeah, hell yeah,
I like Apollo Brown, man.
hell yeah.
All those dope too.
Black Milk is on to something, and when I mean he's on to something, he's on to. He has production wise, he has literally found his niche with sample and live instrumentation. Like the niche that he has with that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because like he puts it together very, very well. You know what I'm saying? And what people fail to realize, he produced like one of the last Slum albums before when Dilla
real?
passed. Yeah.
Detroit, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, you know,
I think the Slum Village thing is that they just kept holding on to it for too long, because you know how the original people, there was only T3 left, right? The other
Right.
dudes even knew, right? That's them, because
Yeah.
one of them died, I died, and then Jay Dilla died, and then Elzai left. And Elzai is not even an original Slum Village
No,
member,
no.
right? He came in like after like 2 or 3 albums or something. Like,
Right.
so I think they're just holding on to that name, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know, I didn't hear the last album like that. I want to hear it and I want to like it. There's a lot of stuff. You ever get like an album and you can't wait to get it, and then when you get it, you're like, what is this?
Blue, blue, blue.
You wanted them to win and it's not winning, and I get upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
Hey,
I'm kind of
I
different.
try to like stuff sometimes. I try, like, please let me like it later.
I try to.
Because these are the dudes that's supposed to be superheroes in this music. You know what I mean? Like, come on. You
expectations.
see you do some superhero stuff to me, and it's not working. I'm like, yo.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Gotta make it count.
it's the thing like I try to do it, but that's the reason why I try to embrace this whole producer's corner. I try to do it with the radio station too. I try to embrace that, like show people like say you have people like I told you, like ask me about the radio, right? And the what's going on in music today. When people used to ask me that before, I said, well, tune in every Tuesday night from 12 to 3. It was from midnight to 3 on Tuesday night on 90.7. And then you tell me if you like the music of today. Because I was playing it. You know what I'm saying? I was just not playing with the radio. I'm playing what's not being heard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, plus most of the DJs are programmed to play what they got to play, or they're going to get fired. You know what I mean? So if you're not on that, list, you can't play it.
Get somebody else in there.
It's all ran by corporations. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, this independency shit is what started this whole thing in the first place.
I think it all started.
You know what I mean? So we can independently win, start our own companies, just like what you're doing with this, I'm doing with this. We can run everything ourselves, and we say 5 years from now, both of our shit is boom. You know what I mean? We're still friends and we're still rocking.
No
And
doubt.
we'll go back and do another interview again. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And we'll have people who come to the channels. You know what I mean? The only problem with the music is nobody knows about it when it's dope. If you got a dope album, you don't got the channel like how Dre has. Woof, let the whole people hear it. You know what I mean? So if we establish that independency with everybody, when we bring in everybody, we're gonna have that audience.
The A&R.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we have to do. You gotta grind that fucking independence.
You gotta do our own A&R, and man, I think when the DJ start breaking records, and we gotta start. We gotta do the A&R now, and then no one's going. We have the tools and shit to do it. We have the tools to do it now. We have this internet, social media.
It's crazy, yeah.
Hurry it up.
I'm trying to figure out how they can get them numbers up real high. Like save. I'll go on a page and it'll be somebody like I don't know, somebody on the radio and they'll have like 7,247,000 likes. I'm like, how the fuck do they get that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it because of? I don't know.
They're using
look at the Mono Technique.
They're
He
using
got
bots.
millions of people liking his shit, and never was played on the radio, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about, like that kind of shit. Or an MF Doom, his numbers is ridiculous. I never heard no MF Doom shit on no fucking regular commercial radio station. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about, if they can do it, why can't everybody else do it? You know what I mean? Especially like, as you going through labor, I'm sure you guys got mad connections to people who's been in the industry and they're your friends and shit. You know what I mean? And you help them out at the same time, and then they take me, like I said, the people posting the shirts as my friends, and the people seem like, oh shit, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It will work. It will work.
I don't know.
Once you got your vision to move forward with it, anything will work. Yo.
I don't know how it's done in a sense, right? Because in a sense, like Capadonna is he's over my cousin's house all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I even did a song with him, and I've been around him numerous times. I've been around him the next day on Drink Champs with him and Method Man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at him, and I'm like, well, I'm thinking like, well, damn man, you should be up there with Method Man all the time, and he, he's like, he's so laid back with it, and I'm saying to myself, why isn't he up there with them? And sometimes I think it has something to do with talent, timing, and everything else. Because I get the same thing on Instagram when I post a beat. Somebody always saying, why don't people know about you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Exactly. So I mean, a lot of it has to do with timing, and a lot of those dudes who has, to me, sometimes it seems like also the wackest joints you have, like a JJ Fish type of dude. You heard of that dude. that dude be having like 3 million views. You know, shit is whack. Like
How you
whack.
doing it?
I'm like, he ain't buying no
It's
bots.
that kiss-ass thing. That's what it is. Because you think about, like, you know what I mean? Like, you'll be at your job and you don't kiss ass and you might not be making more money than this dude because this dude's always kissing the boss's ass and shit. You know what I mean? Doing all the extra shit. And, like, you're just being who you is. Like, yo.
Yeah.
And you working and shit. It's, you know what I mean? It's,
That's
you know what I mean? It's
that like my job. It's like that the same way. You're right. There's people that's going to stand by they have their morals and not. I'm not going to kiss ass. I'm going to get by with my hard work and my quality and what I stand for. Not that other shit.
Yeah.
Same thing applies, man. No doubt.
It's the same thing because it's really, this is work. Us doing this right here, we're enjoying it because we love doing this and trying to make it work. You know what I mean? But it's work, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
But this is the kind of work that we would actually want to do and get money for, you know what I mean?
Damn right.
Instead of wake up tomorrow morning and go back to work, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo,
Hey, Stress, check
you
this
know
out.
what I mean? One thing my boy told me, I didn't mean cut you off,
Go
but one thing my
ahead.
man told me, and I'll always remember this, is you either live your dream or you're living somebody else's and shit. That's up to you what you choose and shit.
No fucking
That's the
doubt.
truth.
Hey,
That is the absolute truth. But let me say this.
Your boss's job, you living his dream. You're not living your dream and shit, yo.
That's right.
You know
Let me
what I'm
ask
saying?
you.
So it's like it's either yours, and if you, it is up to you. It's like Nas said, the world is yours. It's up to you how you gonna do it. It's really it. You know what I mean? Like I told my man, he's like, yo, man, I'm gonna go here after this job. I say, you know what? After this job, I'm not working for nobody never again. He goes, right. So what I'm doing right now, when I can figure out where I can make this or more than this, what I'm making right now, daily without working, I'm quitting. I'm not doing it no more. And then I'll just work my way up.
all right.
You know what I mean?
Now, let me ask you something else.
Huh?
Let me ask you something else, Stress. Now check this out. Say if you got a credit card, right? Somebody gave you a credit card to like let's just say Sweetwater. You know Sweetwater Equipment Spot, or Sounds, or any of those spots, right? We gave you a credit card of $10,000.
Yep.
You had to buy all music equipment. What would you buy?
If I had nothing or what I have.
Nah, you got to stand by the guidelines. $10,000, and you ain't pocketed nothing.
$10,000. I'd probably buy the Avalon, the mic preamp Avalon.
First one time.
$2,500.
Because I got a Universal Audio 710.
All right.
They know the Avalon.
Oh yeah.
Buy that.
Got 2,500.
Because I always wanted to get it, just I don't want to just spend that money.
Right.
I probably get the Sony Vega, the you know, the video production, the program, the $800 one, because I want to start doing videos. Because my man sometimes, you know what I mean, they take long, so I want to do it. I'd probably get that. I haven't got it yet because I don't want to spend $800 on it.
Sure.
So I could probably always talk to someone to get the crack version. You know what I mean? But sometimes I want to have just the real version.
Right.
Damn, you got me thinking. Hold on.
You're at 3,300 right now.
I'm at 30. Oh, you got me marked. 3,300. I'll get me a new mixer. That I would get that mixer. That was that Pioneer. What's that mixer for the turntables that got the buttons? The new one. What's that shit called?
That's $1,300. That's that. I forget the name of it, but yeah,
that Serato one. Yeah, I'd get that because I wanted for if I ever want to use my turntables again.
Right.
We have 46.
Right now, if you said it was right now, I'd probably get some more of them. What are they called? The MM7, the short MM7, the needles. I get more to wipe the cartridge parts because they're about to stop selling them.
Damn.
I'd probably get like 10 of them just to be safe. You know what I'm saying?
How much are those?
I believe they're like $49.95 a piece, yo.
Okay, so like $500.
Right now, they was cheaper before, but now that they're getting rid of them,
so you have 5,000.
50.
Where you at, Wabba?
Yeah, you 51.
5,000?
51. School.
5,100.
Yep. Another $5,000.
Okay, so I'd probably go with that rest of the money and get a better sound card and shit. A better sound card interface. One of them fucking real expensive ones.
We'll get you an Apollo.
That costs up to the rest of it.
We'll get you an Apollo. How much Apollos running, CX? Them Apollo, them rack mount joints.
The rack mount Jones, probably about 1,500.
Okay, so
that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I paid fucking $6 for mine. $5. I got the the Focusrite Scarlett I-20 or whatever
Yeah,
it
I
is.
got the same one. Same one. Those are, they do the trick, man. So they do the trick. You're 65.
You know, I'm the type of dude, if I got like that, I'd be like, yo, Grimes, come with me. What do you need? Fucking give up him, get something to it.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Because
Hey, can you?
Hey, you sitting on about you want to get that interface, so you probably got about 3,500 left over.
Uh-huh.
right, I owe 600 on my live with them, so I can put my credit on that too.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so you at 2,900.
3,000,
2,900.
2,900.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I gotta be really thinking.
I'll say this. I'm gonna give you a little.
You got almost everything you would want. I would get I get the case for my Newmark NS7 too. I get the case for it. It's $300 for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get the case for it because I don't have the case.
26.
Okay, so you at 2,600.
I get I probably need like 100 new cables because my cables are all.
We'll
What's that? $100.
Get your patch bay for 100.
Say 50 cables. Say 50 cables. You tell me if I have to spend it.
Yeah.
I'm to the point where I have almost everything I want already. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know, unless something new comes out and surprise me, or if someone comes out of nowhere and selling the SP1200 for $1,200 or something. You know what I mean?
I thought you would say the SP. To start off with, I thought you would have got the SP.
You can't buy
No,
that saltwater. They don't
SP.
sell it.
It ain't gonna be in the store, though.
SP would take a nice little chunk out of it because
Right.
Yeah, but they
You
don't
know,
sell them in there. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
it's
the
true.
Sweetwater.
True.
mine needs to be fixed. Mine needs to be
Damn.
fixed.
So you got
But you stuck with what, $2,000?
you got $2,000, man.
$2,000. What can Sweetwater also buy this? All right, I might give me another pair of monitors, like some good ones for the $2,000. I don't know. I gotta look.
You want some
I already
Genelex?
have.
Xerox,
I already got the Yamaha, the 5s and the 8s. You know what I mean? And then I got my QSCs I use to play the shit loud and shit. You know what I mean? So
Yep. So get some Genelex. What is Genelex running about? 15? 16?
Shit, someone went all the way up to $3,000, man.
yeah, that's what. I got these joints right here. I got
Oh yeah.
See?
Oh, you got 5s and the 8s. Yeah, I got the 5s myself, man. I love the 5s.
Yeah, bro, there's my rest of my stuff right there.
Oh,
I
so
got
you
an
the money.
EPS I'm trying to get rid of too.
Man, I got one. What you want to sell it for, man? I got to fix my shit.
For 200, man.
Hold that thought.
All right, 200,
kind of
but I
dish?
don't want to pay ship it to you. You gotta pay shipping.
Yeah, I got you. I
I mean,
got
you in
to.
New Jersey,
All right,
right?
man. Look,
No, I got a
y'all
free
can
ship.
talk about y'all little transactions after the podcast, man.
So you got so your Genelex. That's
All right,
basically
my
it.
bad.
You got a Genelex, and that's
Oh,
it.
y'all cool. I'm just messing with y'all, man.
We'll talk behind the scenes.
No, I figured I'd show you, you know what I mean? Because I've done it mad times when I'm doing my shit, you know what I'm saying? When I'm doing my show. I was like, I'll show people, you know what I mean? Now,
Can you tell?
No, that's
Go ahead, bro.
that's what it's for.
Yep.
but I mean, yeah, so
Let me tell. So tell the audience where they could check you out, man. Do your thing, brother.
of course, everybody who knows, hopefully a lot of people that know Chris McManus page, KRIS, McManus, MCMANUS. I post the YouTubes every week. You'll see it on there. You can get in the group, the Producers Corner group. You can post whatever you want. As long as it's instrumental, I let it go in there. I'm not the only administrator. So if you guys post, like I told you, your episode and it doesn't go in there, let me know, because maybe one of the other administrators didn't accept it. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, I got.
you tell me, like, you're not posting me, man.
I
People be posting me and then telling me, people will post. Also, if you post, it has to be public. If it's not public, I'm not gonna post it because only your friends are gonna see it in the group, which don't make any sense. 'cause
Right,
you can just post it
absolutely.
on your page.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And then no vocals on the joints.
Okay.
No downloads. I don't put no downloads because I don't want, like, say if you download something and it puts a virus in your computer, I don't want to be responsible for that shit.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got rid of the drum kits. I know at one time people were putting drum sound.
Well, I let the kids go in there, but I rather them do it how they were doing it, where it sits in there so the person could decide.
Okay.
I mean, if you decide to do it,
That's your
That's your decision. Don't blame me. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you get a virus from that shit. But when people want to put their music, they ask you to download it. It might not even be beats. It might be an album or something. You know what I mean? And it's got nothing to do with the beat. I make the group for a format for producers. You know what I mean? So they have you know, the world. You go, there's groups in Facebook. They got like 800 and something thousand people in the group, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you need me for? We'll post it in that group and shit. You know what I mean? And it'd be a group you didn't have to get accepted. You just join and you didn't have to get in it. You just post your shit. So,
Hey, what's your Instagram handle?
the Producers Corner, and then I got a DJ Stress 1-2.
Okay.
The
I'll check
Producers
that.
Corner is more for the Producers Corner. DJ Stress 1-2. I post, you know, quotes and whatever I am as a person.
Right.
You know what I mean? I suggest more people to go to the Producers Corner because that's the product I'm pushing. I mean, people want to be my friend. I follow me back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes I just accept the follows and I don't look. But if I know the name, I'm gonna follow back. Cause you know, you're not gonna follow someone that you don't really know or something. You know what I mean? So you're like, boom, boom. But if they say, yo, I have people really inbox me say, yo, you gonna follow me back?
All right.
All right, if it makes you that, so I follow them back. You know what I mean? So like.
I'll
You know what I mean? But the Producers Corner, same thing. Producers Corner is open.
Okay.
The DJ Stress 1-2 is a private page. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you get in there, you know what I mean?
Well,
But yeah, so
I like to say, man.
y'all, I see y'all, I follow y'all back quick. You know what I mean? I know where y'all is. You know what I'm saying? So and if I'm not, fucking tell me, I will. You know what I'm saying? Like yo,
We
'cause I
definitely,
don't. You know what I mean?
we definitely appreciate it, man.
People get sensitive over that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I
they
can't.
do. It's a lot of
You
them
know,
out
because you
there.
know, like if you post, you got an Instagram, all of a sudden you see DJ Premier's following you, like, oh shit, Premier's following me? That's what's up.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here, like I said, I'm here to be a placement to help people show their music. You know what I mean?
No
Like
doubt.
this is, you know what I mean? In the group, there's a lot of beats that I don't like, but that's not my choice. You know what I mean? So I let it go in there. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, I'm only gonna post the beats that I like in the group and shit. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And you
No
can see
doubt.
that.
Well,
I'm not a fan of trap music. I'm not a fan of none of that stuff. But I'm
Yeah,
not a
we know.
hater, so I let it go in there.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
So-
you at one point you were you weren't allowing that shit. I think you let a couple of them through because I remember, you know, there's a lot of people. You mean you got a lot of people in the group, so everyone's not gonna be singing
36,000
Kumbaya and
in
shit,
there right
man.
now. It's crazy.
Damn,
Yeah.
36, dog. And that shit.
Yeah,
going
and
like-
keep going up, yo, daily.
That's
I mean,
it.
it was going up faster in the beginning, you know what I mean? But now we was getting like 2,000 people a week.
You
Now
get-
it's like 400 or 500 people a
That
week.
pa-
It's slower. It's slowing it down. You know
That
what I
page
mean?
growing like a newborn baby, bro. God damn. Pardon.
We've been like 8 months strong right now, so you know what I mean. But I want, but you know what? You know what? Why it's gonna help you too. You know what I mean?
That's
So when
right.
you post your joints, it's gonna help you. It's not for me. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to establish the company, but it's not all about me. You know what I mean? That's when you see people wear. I'm not asking people to wear a DJ Stress shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
wear a Producer's
Establishment.
Corner shirt.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? This is our corner. You know what I mean? So.
Man, I'll
If you
just
want to do an event with it, just let me know. You know what I mean? Maybe we come because you guys are in New Jersey, right? Am I correct?
I'm from Jersey, but I live in Florida now, and CX is from DC.
You're in New Jersey.
I'm in the DMV
Yeah,
area.
I'm from Jersey.
Okay,
I've been
yeah,
out here
yeah.
for a few years.
We gotta link up somehow, man. If you come up here, why didn't you come over? You know,
I got
maybe link
family
up,
in
you know what I mean?
Boston, bro. My mom's from Roxbury, Chelsea, all in those
Yep.
parts, man. I
I'm
got a
like
lot of family
2
up there.
hours from Boston, so you
Okay.
know, I mean, you know,
I love New
man,
England, man. I love New England. I love visiting up there, man. I've been up in a while too.
Yeah, let me know.
And I want to say this, man. I want to say, man, I love what you're doing for the culture, brother. I like how, you know, and congratulations to the success of the page. 36,000 is
I
a
wanna
big
give
number,
success
bro.
to y'all and everybody else with
Yeah.
me doing it.
Thank
It ain't
you,
me.
thank you.
They're like, yo, I want to give applause to everybody. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Because that's just how I am. You know what I mean? Y'all too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Still
Everybody
living.
who participates and helps it.
Right.
Not, you know what I mean? I'm just coaching it to fucking like, you know, I'm
Right.
I'm not saying this like to be that person, but I'm doing the Hitler thing to get everybody to fuck with me. You know what I
No
mean? But
doubt.
not the Hitler thing.
We gotta
You know what I'm saying?
preserve-
I'm doing the music thing. You know what I mean?
Shit's
You
gotta-
know, yeah,
Get the
everybody
campaign
believes what he's doing.
Get-
That's what I'm
get the
doing with this.
campaign
You know what I'm
together.
saying?
Get the campaign together.
Right. CX,
You
you
can't lose.
CX,
Get in the
Right.
sample challenge, you can't lose. That's your beat. I'm not taking it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's yours. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
and then all you're getting is promoted when the people, oh shit, who's that? And I'm sure y'all y'all made more friends since I do this from the producer corner. You know what I'm saying? So
We got best of
I
both
just-
worlds, man. We this
I got two guys I'm talking to right now. I got two more friends. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up.
this whole thing has brought everyone together. You could be actually good friends with somebody in Bucharest, man, because of the internet, and y'all can share ideas, music, and shit. So it's actually a community out there. It wasn't that 10, 15 years ago, man. It was, my homie come over and rap. It
Not
wasn't.
like
So
2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
you got a lot of dope cats overseas, man, that really loves this culture, man. I want people to know that. A lot of people love this culture across seas, man. This, shit with substance, man. There's a lot of people that love that shit, man, and I see them as well.
You know what's crazy? That there's more people in the United States now since I did this that I realized love it too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love it. There's a lot of people in the United States that love it. Just as much as the overseas, just overseas is majority. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of producers in the Sample Challenge are from the United States too. You know, California, North Carolina,
Right.
Everywhere. Wisconsin. You see my man talking right here. I'm looking right now. Atlanta. Fucking. I can keep going in Massachusetts and Connecticut. And fucking. This is people. Florida. Lisa and Jamal's out
Hey,
there with you in
let me ask
Florida.
you. So you, how long have you known Doomer? Seeing you guys in the picture.
I know Doom. I tried to met Doomer like 2 years ago.
Good
My
dude,
man
man.
Desperado.
Oh, good dude.
He's a rapper from Springfield. I used to be in this group called Illegal Bastards, and I did music with them. And he's telling me, yo, there's this guy. His name's Doomer. Yo, he likes you stress. He loves this producers. I'm gonna introduce you to him. And then he was messing with Mikey D and Granddaddy IU and
Yeah.
Crumb Snatcher. Those are all my friends too. And Mikey D co-signs like, yo, Doomer's that he's good peoples, man. I said, all right. So then we got up and we became friends.
Oh,
You know what I mean? He came over and I moved from a condo to my house 6 years ago, and I had old foam, the foam that you put on your booth and shit. But I had
Yeah.
the 2-inch, because now I got 3-inch, and I had a whole box of it. I'm like, yo, you want foam? You build in a booth? I gave it to him. Here, take it.
Huh.
You know what I mean? And he was doing a show like how you guys are doing, and he interviewed me on the show too.
Dope.
Before I started the foam thing. You know what I mean? So that's my man. I seen him last Sunday. A week last Sunday? A week ago.
All right.
Where I took all the pictures with Large Professor and
Yeah.
was at Theodore and all that. He was there.
That's good
Shout out
shit.
to Doomer, man.
Shout out to Doomer.
Yeah, shout out to Doom. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna reach out to Doom for to get him on the show as well.
No doubt.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That'd be dope for real.
If you want anybody like, some of the people that's taking pictures with the shirts on that, the names,
Yeah.
Right.
I asked them and they'll do what you too. Just let me know. You know what I mean? You see someone, I want that person. The reason why I got the shirts because I know him personally. You know what I mean? I'll say they want to do an interview with you. Like Nine's about to come out with an album with the Snow Goons, 9MM.
Okay.
You want to do an interview like vice versa with Snow Goons or Nine? I could set that shit up too. You know what I mean? I'll just talk to them.
We'll definitely be in
You know what
touch
I mean?
with that,
Like,
bro.
I'm about making shit work with everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
Trying to approach
you
it,
know,
good
and
approach to
Mike,
have.
he just came out with the thing right here. I mean, I do mean it, but I don't mean it. Shout out to my man. You know what I'm saying?
Mikey D.
He came out with that, with his thing, with his cassette, and he would do an interview with y'all too. And Mikey D did stuff with Doomer. Mikey D's the one who gave LL Cool J his name. He used to be his partner, a rapper back in the days. They were supposed to be the next Run DMC, but Mikey D didn't believe LL telling him that. He's like, I guess LL used to be known as a fibber back in the days, but so LL came up and did it. You know what I mean? Now LL's got the Rock the Bell show. Shout out to that, the satellite. You know what I mean? Serious. Yo,
Word. Shout out to
you know
that.
what I mean?
All right, we'll go ahead and end this. We'd like to thank DJ Stress for coming out. Also, remember, check him out on the Producers Corner on Facebook. I am DJ Widebody.
And I'm CX, the producer.
And this was the Master Channel, episode 4 with my man DJ Stress. Please check us out next time. Also, if you're interested in checking back the playback, it will be on YouTube at The Master Channel. Also on Facebook, The Master Channel Podcast, SoundCloud, The Master Channel Podcast, and more coming to you soon. For DJ Widebody, for CX the producer, this is The Master Channel. See you next time. Peace.